siya. Ano ninyo? Wala mo yung schedule. Anyway, ako na lang magtanong. Sorry. Anyway, that in previous group, what we did is that may side-by-side ng benign at saka malignant for you to better understand kung ano yung malignant features. Okay? So, supposedly, dapat nasa malignant epithelial tumor na ito, no? So, but this morning, we'll have a brief discussion on the previous slides. Okay? So that you will better understand kung ano yung mga features. How will you differentiate benign from that of the malignant? Okay? So, here is a table showing you the comparison between the benign and malignant tumors. Okay? So this is in your book. We have here the following characteristics of benign and malignant. Okay, when it comes to differentiation or anaplasia, ang benign is well differentiated. Okay, well differentiated structure, sometimes typical of tissue of origin. So when you say well differentiated, differentiation means the extent to which the neoplastic cells resembles that of the normal functionally and morphologically. So, ibig sabihin kung functional, example, a well-differentiated type of neoplasm, mag-produce siya ng mga proteins na kagaya ng normal. Example, well-differentiated, example, lipoma. Diba, when we look at lipoma, it's well-defined, well-circumscribed, tapos, ang itsura ng cells, it's almost the same as the mature adipocytes. Okay? So, clear? Yun yung well-differentiated. So, it looks like that of the normal tissue. So, lipoma. Ano pa? Leiomyoma. When you look at leiomyoma, cellular lang yung mass, but the individual cells looks like that of the myometrial cells. Okay? Smooth muscle of the myometrium. So, yun yung well-differentiated. Okay? Malignant, some lack of differentiation or anaplasia, structure often atypical. So, halos hindi mo na ma-identify that this is what a smooth muscle of origin. So, hindi mo ma-identify na squamous pala ang origin nito. Example, poorly differentiated squamous cell carcinoma. So, it appears as sheets, walang differentiation. So, it's hard for you to identify na squamous ito, adenocarcinoma ito. Or poorly differentiated adenocarcinoma, walang glandular formation. So, hindi siya ma-identify na they are glandular yung origin ng tissue. Okay, so that's malignant. Okay, rate of growth usually progressive and slow, may come to a standstill or regress. Mitotic figures are rare and normal in your benign. Okay, so sa benign, slow growing mass. Okay, slow growing mass. Example, yung lipoma, slow growing lang yan. Sometimes, 1 cm siya, kahit na 2 years na 1 cm pa rin yung size niya. Okay, unlike that of the malignant, the growth is erratic, may be slow to rapid, mitotic figures may be numerous and abnormal. So, rapidly growing and it has high mitotic activity. Okay, example, leiomyosarcoma. So, sa leiomyosarcoma is rapidly growing. Tapos when you look at the microscopic picture, it has high mitotic activity. Marami kang mitotic figures na makikita. Okay? Especially for sarcoma. So, for example, in just 2 weeks or 1 month, times 2 na yung growth ng mass. For example, from 1 cm, after 1 month, 2 cm na siya, or 3 cm, or sometimes 10 cm na. Okay? So, okay, that's malignant. A local invasion, usually cohesive, expansile, well-demarcated masses that do not invade or infiltrate the surrounding normal tissues. Okay? Cohesive, usually well-demarcated yung benign. Example, thyroid adenoma. Okay? Remember the thyroid adenoma, you have clusters or closely packed thyrocytes or follicular cells but with intact capsule. Yung malignant counterpart niya, follicular carcinoma, you can see what? Invasion to the fibrous capsule. So, sometimes, for example, Example, breast carcinoma. Okay? Kung fibroadenoma lang yan, it's confined within a fibrous capsule, sometimes movable, tapos it doesn't invade the surrounding tissue. Pag breast carcinoma, you can see tumor infiltrating the adipose. Okay? So that's malignant. So metastasis is absent in your benign, but frequent in your malignant neoplasia or malignant tumors. So, so this is a picture showing you, I think, a comparison between benign tumor of the myometrium, your leiomyoma, and a malignant tumor, your leiomyosarcoma. Okay, so benign leiomyoma, malignant counterpart, it's sarcoma, leiomyosarcoma. Okay, pag benign, usually well demarcated, slow growing, non-invasive, non-metastatic, and well differentiated. Look at the cells. So it's uniform in appearance, spindle shape. It looks like that of the normal myometrium. On the other hand, you can see leiomyosarcoma, they are usually large, rapidly growing with what? Hemorrhage and necrosis. Why? Because of poor blood supply. Okay? And it has infiltrative border. It's infiltrating to the surrounding tissue. Okay? So, microscopically poorly differentiated. So, here are the following morphologic features of malignancy. Okay? So, number one, it's pleomorphism. When you say pleomorphism, there is variation in size and shape. Excuse me for a while. Kunin ko lang yung phone for a while.
Basa ko balik ano. Suwapo diri.
It's not easy. Ano mo iPhone?
O phone na ako siya.
iPhone.
iPad eh.
iPad eh. Sorry. Sorry good niya.
Judge ba ko?
Gusto ba ni? Gamay man siya.
Mini.
iPad mini. Mas gwapo ni ko. Mas gwapo ka na.
Okay, so, sorry. May hindi tayo siya kung FS pa pa. Anyway, so, first is pleomorphism. So, there is variation in the size and the shape of the cells. So, ibig sabihin, you can see spindle cells, you can see round cells, you can see small cells, you can see these are large cells. Okay, so yun yung makikita mo sa malignancy. Okay, so abnormal nuclear morphology. Okay, we have here a normal nuclear cytoplasmic ratio. So it's always 1:4 to 1:6. Yun yung normal. Okay, but in your malignant neoplasia, it can reach up to 1:1. Okay, 1:1. There is variation in nuclear shape. So you can see round nuclei, ang yung iba spindle shape or elongated yung nuclei. Yung iba naman large. Okay, so there is also variation in the nuclear shape. So next is darkly stained nucleus, or you can see hyperchromatic nuclei, and abnormally large nuclei. So another feature is loss of polarity. So there is what? Disorganized arrangement of the cells. So example, sa skin, okay, so for example, sa skin, there's an orderly maturation of your cells, right? May arrangement yan from the basal cells up to, anong next na stratum, basale, and next? Spinosum, granulosum, corneum. So that's the normal arrangement. So what happens when there is malignancy, there is disorganized arrangement of cells. Sometimes, yung basal cells nasa taas na. Okay? Normally, di ba, sa may stratum corneum, wala ka na makikitang nucleus kasi corneal layer yan, keratin yan. Pero pag may malignancy, sometimes the nucleus can be seen on the upper surface. Okay? So, Okay, so for example, sa adenocarcinoma, okay, usually, yung arrangement hanggang sa mucosal layer lang siya. So, when, pag may malignancy, there is disorganized arrangement of the cells. Even, makikita mo na sa submucosa, may mga glands na. Okay? So, next is atypical, bizarre mitotic figures. You can see tripolar, quadripolar, and multipolar spindles. So, yun yung mga features of malignancy. So, you're done with this adenomatous polyp. Okay. When you say a polyp, it's just a mucosal protrusion attached to the mucosa by a fibrous stalk. Okay, so anyway, so benign, when you say benign, so you can see regular appearance of the cells. So just like sa ano nyo, sa what do you call that? Sa histology, di ba, yung lining niya, it's lined by stratified by simple columnar type of epithelium. So, yun lang yung makikita niyo. Kaya lang, it's just proliferating. Pero yung cytologic appearance is the same as that of the normal. Okay? So, eto, venous polyp, you can see venous projection. Tapos na yan. So, we'll go directly. Okay? Look at this. There's a proliferation of your glands, but there's no stromal invasion or invasion to the stalk. So that's benign. So now what happens when there is carcinoma? So sorry na. Okay, so ito yung adenocarcinoma of the colon. So ito yung normal na lining. So it's made up of glands, tubular glands that are lined by columnar type of epithelium, basally located nuclei with apical mucin. So there's regular arrangement. So ito yung tumor. As you can see, it's proliferating. There is back-to-back arrangement of your glands. Ano yung back-to-back? One gland here, one another gland. So yun yung back-to-back. And another feature that you can see here is the presence of what? Invasion to the muscularis. Okay, so ito yung smooth muscle layer. It's invaded by our apical cells. So, invasion. So, closer view, ito yung sinasabi ko, there's back-to-back arrangement of your glands. So, one gland, another gland, so back-to-back. So, closely packed yung glands. And nuclear features, there you can see what? Pleomorphic nuclei with prominent nucleoli. Ano yung pleomorphic? Pleomorphism nga, there is variation in the size and the shape. So you can see here elongated nuclei, you can see round, you can see large nuclei, and you can also see some hyperchromatic nuclei. Okay? So next is ito, thyroid adenoma. So yung adenoma, pag sabihin mong benign, it's well encapsulated. So ang tissue of origin nito is what? Thyrocytes or your follicular cells of your thyroid gland. Okay? So, in your adenoma, kasi benign siya, it's enclosed by a fibrous capsule. Okay? The fibrous capsule is intact, devoid of your tumor cells. But in your follicular carcinoma, this is what you see. So, follicular carcinoma. It's also enclosed by a capsule, but it's invaded by your tumor cells. So, closer view, yan. Tumor cells are invading the fibrous capsule. So, yung difference ng adenoma, follicular adenoma, at saka carcinoma, follicular carcinoma, is capsular invasion. Now, cytologically, you cannot identify mahirap i-differentiate yung dalawa because the cells in your adenoma is almost the same as that of your follicular carcinoma, almost the same. So it's hard to differentiate follicular adenoma from carcinoma based on its cytologic appearance. Okay, so the main difference is the presence of your capsular invasion. And in in some cases, we can see vascular invasion. Okay, clear? So another view, and typical cells invading the fibrous capsule. So ito yung appearance, cytologic appearance ng follicular carcinoma. When you look at the cells, it's almost the same as that of your follicular adenoma. So uniform yung nuclei with moderate cytoplasm. So again, the difference is capsular invasion. Okay, clear? So next is leiomyoma. Okay, so leiomyoma is the benign tumor of the smooth muscle. Okay, the smooth muscle in origin. So you can see this tumor most commonly in the uterus. You can also see this in the skin. Remember, yung arachnoidal muscle is a smooth muscle. So there's also proliferation of the smooth muscle in the skin. So leiomyoma. So usually it's well circumscribed again. Microscopically, malalaman mo na well circumscribed because of a fibrous capsule that surrounds the mass. Okay? Fibrous capsule that surrounds the mass. That's leiomyoma. Okay? Okay, closer view, you can see what? Uniform spindle-shaped cells with pink cytoplasmic processes. So, uniform yung appearance ng cells. So, mitotic figures are rare in your leiomyoma, unlike that of your leiomyosarcoma. So, ito pa yung closer view at the cells and the nuclei, it's uniform. Uniform in appearance. So next, ang yung malignant counterpart ng leiomyoma is leiomyosarcoma. Okay, so this is leiomyosarcoma. So there are three features that will differentiate your leiomyosarcoma from that of your leiomyoma. Ito yun siya. The presence of nuclear atypia, mitotic index of more than 10, mitosis per 10 high power field, and zonal necrosis. Okay, presence of necrosis, nuclear atypia, and more than 10 per 10 high power field of mitotic figures. Okay, so here you can see leiomyosarcoma. When you look at the cells, it's pleomorphic, and like that of your leiomyoma, uniform yung appearance niya. So here, it's pleomorphic. So closer view, look at the nuclei. There's variation in the size of your nuclei or pleomorphic nuclei. There are large round nuclei. You can see some elongated nuclei. You can see small nuclei. So pleomorphic. So there is also increase in the number of your mitotic figures. Okay, so yeah. So here, in some areas you can see necrosis. Okay, bakit nga may necrosis sa malignant tumors? Okay, so ano lang yung distance ng that they can supply 1 to 2 millimeter. So beyond that, pag malaking mass, tapos poor na yung blood supply, so there will be ischemic necrosis. Okay? So next is lipoma. So yan, lipoma, you can see sheets of your mature adipocytes. So, lipoma. So what's the malignant counterpart of lipoma? Liposarcoma. Okay? So yan ang closer view. Look at the cells. There's a large vacuole, peripherally placed yung nuclei. Okay? Because of the large vacuole. Just like that of the normal adipose tissue. So, however, yung liposarcoma, it's more cellular compared to your lipoma. Okay? More cellular compared to your lipoma. So, ito yung liposarcoma. On the left is a normal adipose tissue. On the right is yung tumor. Okay? So, comparing the two, so small yung nuclei here, pero ito, medyo cellular, tsaka large na yung mga nuclei. Round. So there is disorganized arrangement and can see enlarged pleomorphic nuclei. So yan, enlarged yung nuclei and prominent nucleoli. Yung tingnan mo, yung lipoma, saan nakalagay yung nuclei niya? Peripheral. But in your liposarcoma, sometimes you can see that centrally. Okay? Pero, when you look at the cytoplasm, still it's vacuolated because ang tissue of origin niya is adipose. So, tissue of origin niya, adipose. So, you can see vacuolated cytoplasm, but the nuclei are enlarged. Okay? Liposarcoma. So, next is osteochondroma. Again, it's a benign cartilaginous cap attached to the bone by a bony stalk. So that's osteochondroma. Osteochondroma, so there is bone component and there is a cartilaginous component. So here, ito yung benign cartilage, ito yung bone. So closer view, when you look at the cartilage component, yung mga nuclei niya small, regular, just like that of the hyaline cartilage. So yan, small. So yung malignant counterpart is your chondrosarcoma. Anyway, hindi siya malignant counterpart actually. Pinakita ko lang yung benign appearance ng sa chondrocytes na makikita mo sa osteochondroma. So, the benign counterpart of your chondrosarcoma is your chondroma. Okay? So, chondrosarcoma. So here you can see lobules of your chondrocytes embedded in a cartilaginous matrix. So you can see what? This bluish cartilaginous matrix. So yan. So it's cellular. Look at the cells, it's enlarged and pleomorphic. Okay? With hyperchromatic nuclei. So, yan. So how will you identify that this is chondrosarcoma and not hindi siya rhabdomyosarcoma or paano mo malaman na chondrosarcoma ito? At the surrounding tissue. Kasi it's derived from the cartilage. So dapat yung mga you can see cartilaginous matrix. So yan, it's another feature that you will look at. Okay? Pag rhabdomyosarcoma, then muscular yung origin, so I have to look for these features. Ito, kasi cartilage yung origin niya, I have to look at for these features. So, just like this, identify mo pa yung chondroid matrix. Okay? Sa liposarcoma, identify ko pa yung mga vacuoles. Okay? So, di ba, sa adipocytes, you can see lipid vacuoles, vacuolated yung cytoplasm, then that's liposarcoma. Okay, clear? So, tapos na to, cardiac myxoma. Wala naman siguro. Okay. So, we go now to malignant epithelial tumors. So, first slide is carcinoma in situ of the cervix. Okay, so carcinoma in situ, ano yung ibig sabihin ng carcinoma in situ? The typical cells or these plastic cells are just confined within the epithelial layer. Okay, so in situ. So you can see features of malignancy but confined within the epithelial layer. So that's in situ, carcinoma in situ. So this is a precursor lesion for squamous cell carcinoma or invasive squamous cell carcinoma. And this condition is also associated with your human papillomavirus infection. So ano nga yung high-risk HPV? 16 and PPV. What are the two oncoproteins responsible for the oncogenesis of your squamous cell carcinoma? Oncoproteins. Your E6 and E7. Remember, HPV, E6 and E7. Those are oncoproteins responsible for what? Cell cycle progression. Okay. So here, you can see what? These plastic cells confined within the epithelial layer. So, ito yung normal. Okay? There's orderly arrangement of the cells. You can see basaloid cells at the lower third or at the basal part of the epithelium. But here, look at that. It's very cellular, and this plastic is organized like this. Hello? Sige, message na lang. Punta na ako. Okay, so, review na lang. Balik na ako, ha?
Sige.
So, yan. Closer view na natin. Balik na ako. Okay, closer view. Look at that. These plastic cells confined to the epithelial layer with an intact basement membrane. So the difference between carcinoma and cyto-invasive squamous cell carcinoma is invasion. Okay, so sa squamous cell carcinoma, you can see invasion. But dito, intact pa yung basement membrane. So this is a closer view. You can see that there is pleomorphism, pleomorphic nuclei, hyperchromatic nuclei, ano pa, large nuclei. So may mga features of malignancy siya, but with an intact basement membrane. Okay. So intact basement membrane. So ito yung invasive squamous cell carcinoma of the cervix. Look at that. Dito may display siya. So cellular siya, may mga atypical cells. But dito you can see already invasion to the lamina propria. So invasive squamous cell carcinoma of the cervix. So this is another view. Ito na yung lamina propria or stroma that are infiltrated by tongues and nests of your atypical squamous cells. So yan. So closer view, prominent nucleoli, large nuclei, hyperchromatic nuclei, so features of malignancy. So this is another picture, squamous cell carcinoma. Ano bang nandyan sa ano? Saan siya na squamous cell carcinoma? Sa skin? Wala. Paano malaman na ang squamous ito, hindi ito adenocarcinoma? Pag adenocarcinoma, it's glandular formation. Pag squamous, appears in nest or islands of your yan. It appears in nest. Walang glandular formation. And another feature that you will see in squamous cell carcinoma is the presence of your keratin pearl. Okay, remember na yung squamous cells, they secrete or produce keratin. Okay, so yung mga atypical cells, they also produce keratin. So this is a well-differentiated type of your squamous cell carcinoma. So yan, you can see prominent yung mga features of malignancy. So klaro na? Okay, klaro na ha? So, balik lang po. Pag-view sa amin.